Yo. Woke with a check. Rollie cost a check. Diamonds on my chest. Smoking on the best. Thinking about what's next. I feel like you help.
What's going on, guys? My name is NUZ or News, and as you can tell by the title and the gameplay in the back, I have a video on Advanced Warfare. Prestigious Key uploaded a video recently about this game, and it kind of made me want to make my own video to kind of talk about whether or not the game was good. Okay, so Call of Duty Advanced Warfare came out November 4th, 2014. It's closing up on 4 years since it came out, and well, this game wasn't really a Call of Duty that people considered good. Some people even going as far as saying it was the worst Call of Duty to date, and that's where those people are wrong. Advanced Warfare was actually a great Call of Duty. It brought in several changes, and that's what this game needed. Call of Duty had become a game that was pretty stale year after year. A lot of people were saying that Call of Duty is just a reskin every year and that nothing ever changed, and people were complaining about the game. So the developers answered their complaints with Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, with changing a lot of different things. And I'm just going to list a few of those things. So number one being the most obvious, the advanced movement system, and I'm going to be coming back to this in a bit, but this change was good because it was something that was adding verticality to the game. Also, Advanced Warfare was the game to introduce supply drops, and that's debatable on whether or not it was a good thing. But then also character customization, which also is really good to add replay value and something to kind of look forward to get, especially for those people who kind of like to brag. Not a bad thing, but like you can kind of show off and say, oh, I made it to this and got this entire outfit and completed this entire set, and you know, that also encouraged people to keep on playing the game. And whether it was something as dumb as a clown outfit or something like a Master Prestige outfit or getting a bunch of challenges that outfit, like it was still something to work towards, and even if it was to work towards getting a bunch of supply drops and hope you get lucky, or actually just working towards it, getting through levels or completing challenges, it still kept people on the game, and it was something that you could do. Because the game had so many different customization options for your character, it made you feel kind of unique, and it separated you from the other people playing. But of course, there were still people complaining about this, saying that it was ruining their war simulation game, and that this is Call of Duty, and that there shouldn't be clowns running around with guns or lasers and stuff like that. But really, this is a game where you have a jetpack on your back when you can jump 30 feet into the air, and those are just some people who just kind of like to complain about anything, but that's a different subject, and I'm going to keep on going. Another thing that Advanced Warfare introduced was the Pick 13 creator class system, which allowed you to pick whether or not you wanted score streaks, whether or not you wanted perks, whether you didn't want a gun. Like you could load up completely on perks and not have a gun. You could load up on score streaks and have a basic gun with little attachments. You could load up on your gun and have a bunch of attachments and no score streaks or really any perks. The Pick 13 system allowed you to make your class however you wanted to make it, and that allowed for people to play however they wanted to play, making the creator class another good thing. So really, customization wise, this game had it all. Whether it was just controlling how your character looks and their outfits and what they wore, or controlling your classes, which you literally built from scratch. Another thing Advanced Warfare was the first to bring to Call of Duty was firing range, and that's where you could test out your weapons, and Call of Duty still uses that today. In World War II, you can use it. Sure, it's a little bit different because of the setting that World War II is in, but it's still the same thing where you can test out your classes without having to go into a match. But I'm going to get back to the advanced movement system that Advanced Warfare has introduced to the Call of Duty series, and why I think it was such a good thing. Okay, so a few years before Advanced Warfare came out, a lot of people in the Call of Duty community were complaining and saying that Call of Duty was the same thing every year and that it never changed. So we as a community, we were asking for something different because we were tired of the same boots on the ground and the same thing, because every single year the game was honestly pretty much the same thing. The maps were pretty much almost always the same basic 3-lane maps with just a few different things around the map that you can use for cover and in a different location, so it looks a little bit different or prettier. In each game there's 1 or 2 open maps at most, but then Advanced Warfare changed the basic 3-lane map formula by adding verticality and this added a lot of replay value to the game because it wasn't the same, oh, go to the left lane, middle lane, or right lane, or just look left, right, or behind you. It added where you could look up and down, and added a whole lot of different ways you can play the game. This also added another level of skill to the game if you wanted to do good, because in just a split second someone could be way up in the air above you while in the middle of a gunfight with you, so you have to react a little bit quicker in this game. Back to how Call of Duty was before, the weapons were almost always basically a reskin of other weapons from other Call of Duties. They look a little bit different, yeah, but they're basically the same stats as other games. The only thing that ever changed were the actual looks of the gun. So year after year, when a new Call of Duty came out, you pretty much played the same game before, because the maps are pretty much the same thing, just a different background or color scheme, and then the weapons are the same, just they look different and sound a little bit different. So after a few months of playing the game, you get bored because there's nothing really unique about it or to make it stand out compared to other Call of Duties that you've already spent countless hours on. So here came in Advanced Warfare that implemented a lot of changes that people are asking for, and you know, fixing all these things that people were asking to be changed. Only problem being is that a lot of people disliked it without even having played, just because it was different. And that's the problem that Call of Duty has been facing for the last 5 years, because people go into the game with the mentality that it should be whatever our first Call of Duty experience was, and that's wrong to think, because if we do that, we're already gonna have a little pre-based judgment without even having played the game. So then when you actually play the game, you're already gonna think it's bad because you're going and playing the game with the mentality that it's bad, and so you overlook all the good things that it does have. And well, yeah, so this year I'm going into Black Ops 4. We should look at the game for what it does have and all the good things that it brings, instead of just focusing on the negative things. And well, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about Advanced Warfare on like a broader spectrum, I guess. Now I'm just gonna kind of talk about it on a personal level and what I think about the game, my opinions on the game. Okay, so I personally believe Advanced Warfare was a good game. I enjoyed it very much when it was the current Call of Duty. I have over 2 weeks played on the game. I'll put that up real quick, so I have something to back me up and show that I know what I'm talking about when I say that Advanced Warfare was a good game, because I have just so much time played on it. And so this game was actually a really good game. I have a bunch of good memories, and while I was getting gameplay for this video, I actually had fun and played a few games afterwards. Also, this game brought back memories when I'd play this game with my brothers and we'd stay up late. And also, Advanced Warfare was when I started getting into the YouTube part of Call of Duty. It was where I found out about a FaZe clan, where I hit my first ever trick shot in an online game, and just a whole other part of the Call of Duty community. Now I'm starting to get a little bit nostalgic, but the overall point that I wanted to make with this video is that we should be open to new experiences instead of trying to relive what's already happened. Look forward to new games, anticipating new experiences instead of looking forward to something that we already had. And also, like that, we'll create more experiences, just kind of enjoy games more as well as life more. And well, yeah, that pretty much wraps up this video for you guys. If you got this far, thank you for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and of course subscribe. News out.
We've lost control. We failed our objective. Sentinel retreat.
Someone that's afraid to let go. You decide if you're ever gonna let me know. Yeah, suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad and know, yeah, I'm sad.